10 reasons to invest in the hood. Okay. Number one, it costs way less to buy properties in the hood. You can buy properties for tax sales or just the marketplace themselves could be very cheap. Sometimes the cities are trying to give them away, like urban renewal programs like that, or just auctions and sales, tax auctions. No one bids. Sometimes bid could be you. So buying properties in the hood could be very inexpensive. Number two, cash flow. Higher cash flow. The amount that you buy cash flow can be really sick. One time I bought a property that was kind of like on the edge of the hood and nobody bid on it. I guess everyone knew it was the hood. And I ended up getting it for, well, you're gonna laugh, but I got it for $1,250. Well, there was something wrong actually. The second floor had a leak roof, but then the first floor, everything was fine. I rented the first floor. And then she came to me and she says, hey, my brother wanted to know, can he rent the second floor? And I said, well, I can't rent the second floor because it's a leak. He said, well, actually, my brother's a roofer and he wanted to know if we can make some kind of arrangement. He'll fix the roof, pay me less rent for a few months. So within a month after I got this place that I got for $1,250, I had this thing rented. I think her rent was $600. His was supposed to be $600, and we lowered his rent to $450 or something. There you go. I mean, it was a pretty good deal. Number three, you can help change a neighborhood. Now, this is one of my favorite things because let's say you buy a house in a neighborhood that just looks like it's kind of like old and raggedy or just things are not that great. And then you come in, you paint the place, you put some beautiful flowers, some shrubs. I mean, you can change your neighborhood. And then other people will start to say, wow, that landlord's doing that. And let me do something in my house. It works. It really does. And it makes you feel good too. Number four, there's some landlords who kind of like don't care because they know that the people will come. Because I got a 3-bedroom, there's no other 3-bedroom, this person will take what I got, which is true. But like me, the way I look at it is like this, you know what, I'm going to freshen up that paint. I'm going to make sure that floor is good because they're paying good money. Number five, sometimes hood properties become trendy. Now, this is a really interesting one. Sometimes what happens is the neighborhood that was not that great can start to change. Maybe a new hospital or something's coming into town. And guess what? Your $1,200 property will go up to like $100,000 or something crazy. And you're just like, it's unreal. Believe it or not, it really does. You can see this happen in Brooklyn. Around Williamsburg Bridge, you had areas that just became from like warehousey kind of places to really trendy, paying top dollars for those areas to rent. Number six, Section 8. Here's the thing with Section 8. Well, Section 8 generally guarantees the rent. How the Section 8 program runs is that you have a family who is maybe a single mom, for example, and she has a job probably. Sometimes there's Section 8 tenants who have no jobs and they got like 10 kids. Most of the Section 8s that I've actually encountered in my area, they usually have a job and they work and they just can't make up all the bills or Section 8's there, like kind of like a safety net. I like that program because it's kind of like how I imagine things should be, where you're subsidizing the person's rent when they can't afford like food or whatever, but at the same time they are saying, look, go to work, do something. Number seven, less issues. Okay, now this is a little tricky when I say less issues. Tenants in these areas are not as demanding, like let's say fancy. Now here's what I mean. Some tenants, the tech cabinet squeaks, or the faucet's older or something like that. It's not a big deal for them. I mean, sometimes there's something that could be a big deal. Like it could be, I don't know, it could be like they want to change a lock because they think someone else may have their key. Little things like that. But what I find is that a lot of times their issues are usually very easy to fix, easy things. And as long as you take care of like the main things in a house, a lot of times I find that a lot of people don't really complain that much. Whereas property where I have in better areas, I mean, a water heater go out or something happens. Sometimes these tenants, they expect you there like yesterday. And then they'll say something like, do I get a discount? Number 8, good way to start your empire. Now, here's what I mean by that. We all play Monopoly. I set it up where I owned all the poor properties, the Baltics, the Mediterranean, and all the blues, versus like a person who owns Boardwalk in Park Place. And guess what? The person who owns the blues in that block, that poor block, would actually win. How that works is you just trick to it is that because of the consistency, every time you're buying a home for less and you're bringing in this cash flow, sooner or later your cash is king. Your cash can start buying bigger and better things. Number 9. Okay. Sometimes people don't know that the area is not actually the hood anymore. Now, this is what that means. Sometimes an area changes, but no one knows. New people come in. We had an area invest where we had gone a refugee program. This one particular block was just bad. Like when you get on the street, it says bring your own gun. What happened is a lot of the refugee people could care less. They just wanted to be in a property. So they kept renting, buying on that block. Now, they didn't actually change the way the properties looked on the outside. You're driving by, you still think it's the same property. This is why it's important you keep your ears on the ground. So I knew that that's a great area to invest. I noticed also on the crime, there was no crime being done there. You can still get good deals because no one knows that area is better. So it keeps other investors away. Number 10 is buying houses on the edge of the hood. Now, if you can do it, I highly recommend it. Buying houses on the edge of the hood can be a game changer. That's where you see where the hood stops, where things start to change, and you start buying houses there. The reason why this could be one of the best areas because everyone who's in the hood wants to be out of the hood. So they will actually wish to have that area. Now, sometimes they know that they're not going to be able to get all into the fancy areas, but being able to get into a better area is really good. The prices might be a little higher for the house, true, but more better tenants will be willing to pay even a little bit more. Better tenants are going to come for that property. So that's a great area to invest, is in the edge of the hood where the hood starts to change. These are really great ways to get big and do your thing. So that's my 10 reasons to buy property in the hood. Look down somewhere in one of these videos. I'm going to have 10 reasons why not to buy. Anyway, so, well, hey, please help us out. Like, subscribe, and share if you want me to continue some of these contents. Thank you.